I believe Asharra is one of the first hybrid DPS buffers that you will have an option to do, apart from Brunor. Looking at her kit, we see some self-damage increases. However, she also has all damage as well as her bond. Now, the reason why she's kind of mixed is because depending on what you want to lean towards, Asharra might just be a buffer via her bonds. But I guess she's easily swappable into the damage slot as well. Talking about her bond, she has the ability to buff specific races, and they are grouped up into, let's say, 2 tiers. The first tier will give you the options of elf and dwarf as one, or you'll get what I have picked here as tiefling, furbolg, and dragonborn. Or the third one, which is, I'm drawing a blank. But anyway, she buffs based on the race that you want to pick for your main DPS, so you pick it, and then later on you have a second round, which has the other races which don't show up in the first one. But it's much later, so she's someone to consider buffing these once you're very well into the game, and you shouldn't really need this video by that point. In terms of a damage dealer, she's very nice to have because she lets loose a barrage of magic missiles. And this, I think, goes to either 4 or 5 separate enemies. So if she's your main damage dealer, she's clearing 4 or 5 in a single target burst enemies at once. So she's also very good for segmented health bosses or clearing out those targets that you have to kill on the ground. As mentioned in the Nayeli video, her fireball is very useful for pushing enemies back and then using some kind of stun, or I mean the ult alone works to pushing them away so that the party can progress forward to show or to have more of those items or those targets appear on the battlefield. Looking at her upgrades, she instantly starts with the first bond buff and gets her ultimate, and then it's a lot of damage. The blue here, how does it do that? I don't know what's going on with my mouse. Anyway, the blue here represents the base attack, so I think it's 1 and then 2, some more damage, some more damage, other thingy, and then 3. Actually, no, it's probably 2 and then up to 4. But anyway, actually, let's just watch. Come on, Asharra. Come on. So while we're waiting, she is nice because... okay, 5. There you go. She is nice to have because she doesn't require adjacency or any real positional requirements for buffing. So you can put her on the back line, wherever you want, and she will buff whoever is fitting the race option that you have picked. In terms of being a DPS dealer, she's a great choice because you have the option of using Dadius and as well as Hitch with the friendly buff. She is lawful neutral and fairly young, so she's good with Grama, and the neutral is just a birdsong pick. She's also surprisingly one of the tankier champions, despite her being a wizard class. So yeah, that was a quickish look at Asharra. Not really too difficult to explain. Pretty straightforward. A decent champion, but easily replaced if you have other slot options.